So you, to put it differently, you don't know your condition. Right?
What do you mean by that?
I told you, I mean by that conditioning, the tradition, the school, the various subjects you had to learn, and the background of your father and mother, what they were like, and what they told you what to do and not to do, their superstitions, or their beliefs, or their faith imposed on you. You follow? All that shapes your brain. Right? Because they're older, they're more influential, they know better than you and I do. Right? So they say you must do this, you must not do that, and they scold you, or beat you up. Right? So all that shapes your brain slowly, right? You understand what I'm saying now? Right? Agree? So that gradually becomes your conditioning. Then your conditioning becomes still more when you have to take a special subject and become a specialist, right? As a carpenter, gardener, or a scientist, or a doctor, and so on, right? So gradually your brain becomes narrower and narrower. You follow? Are you aware of this?
Well, I don't.
Wait, listen to me. Listen to me.
It's just.
Are you aware of this taking place in you?
Why do you say it becomes narrower?
If you don't like that word narrow, it becomes limited.
You mean because I have to choose something that I have to do?
When you say, I want to do that, right? That's my life. So gradually, you concentrate on that, right? You don't take life as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you must know all about playing piano or some instrument, that you must know all what the scientists are saying, right? All the books. I don't mean that. I'm trying to point out, if I may, where there is self-interest, whether in specializing or in having some skill, learning many languages, they're all good, but if there is self-interest, it becomes, you understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but we're not aware of it.
First, listen to what I have to say. Where there is self-interest, right? Me first. My interest first. What I want to do. I am free to do what I think. I will rebel against my parents. You follow? I will do what I think is right. My prejudice is as good as your prejudice. I hold to my opinions, right? My conclusions, all that is self-interest in different ways. That self-interest has enormous consequences, right? If I'm interested only in myself and I marry somebody, and she's also self-interest, you understand the reason? It's a mutual self-interest.
So would you say there's self-interest in a human being right from a very young age? Would you say that there is self-interest in a human being from a very, very young age?
Probably. My book, my talk.
But before you can say, this is my book.
I don't know. That will. No, I've read somewhere some scientists have discovered, they may change tomorrow, what they try to do. They said the baby knows who the friends are of the mother. The mother, then baby knows with whom the mother is friendly, of whom she kind of resists, or nervous, or frightened, or the baby has a feeling about it. Probably, I don't know, I've read it, maybe wrong.
So self-interest could be acquired or it could be genetic?
Find out, I'm asking you, don't ask me, I'm asking you.
I'm wondering if that is so.
Find out. Rather, we know what self-interest is, don't you? Right? It can be, that self-interest can express itself in prayer, in worship, and devotion to somebody, right? And also in knowledge, right? In certain capacities, as a painter, as a musician, right? It hides itself in faith, in belief, right? Right?
Yes.
Huh? So, we know where self-interest is fairly clear, right? Do you know where it is not? Careful, careful, don't answer yet. Where it is not. We know where it is, right?